Ladies and gentlemen, GLT is identified as our primary target market, large-scale farmers and agricultural co-ops who process at least 10,000 tons of grain per cycle and have a minimum of one process cycle per year. Our overall market strategy is the company of choice for grain processing companies that desire efficiency and innovation. We will emphasize that our grain processing system has all the features currently available to our competitors, but will differentiate it off additional features not yet available at an affordable and competitive price. In order to showcase our product, we'll attend industry trade shows and use various forms of written communication to communicate with our customers. To aggressively build awareness of GLT's brand name, we'll position our extensive and highly trained sales force in our target market areas. We'll exploit GLT's differentiated products by exceeding customer expectations. And we'll establish a differentiated position with aggressive sales techniques. And finally, we'll outperform our competitors with superior post-sales customer service. In year one, GLT began operations in North America, where there's a market of over 400,000 clients. We'll continue operations in South America, where our beta test was performed, and we have a potential of 3 clients already. In year two, we'll continue expanding further in North and South America and build a platform for expansion internationally. In year three, we'll expand in Asia, initially focusing on China, where 25% of the world grain is produced. In year four, we'll expand further in Asia, focusing on India, where 14% of the world grain is produced. And finally, in year five, we'll expand in Europe, initially focused on France, Germany, and Italy, where combined 50% of the grain in Europe is produced.
The key to obtaining these sales projections is the effective deployment of a powerful marketing campaign. With a finished product that's been tested, we are ready to get on market immediately. However, we need an investment of $1.5 million to enable our marketing strategy. Enabled by your funding, we hope to build customer awareness quickly of our added features and also lead to greater sales because of that. Our financial projections show that our break-even point occurs at the beginning of year two. With a high rate of momentum to sustain growth, by year five, we have a projected gross profit of $29 million, an ending cash position of $3.4 million, and a net income of $7.6 million. Brainlight Technologies is able to reach and sustain strong, solid company profitability. An investor who chooses to join us at this point can expect an incredible return in value. For your investment, we are offering a 35% stake in our company and 2 out of 9 seats on the board of directors. With a small capital requirement and an exit projected within 5 years, an investor can expect a gain of $2.3 million on their investment. This is a solid, yet realistic financial opportunity for you, which will also have a great impact on humanity. Our expectations and our projections, though, are only as good as those entrusted to manage and lead them. Our CEO will be Mr. Darrell Vickers. Mr. Vickers has a vast array of multinational experience in startup ventures. Our management team will consist of myself, Chris Bauer as the comptroller, Dr. Kwaku Last as our marketing director, Mr. Michael Taylor as our sales director, and Ms. Adriana Gomez as our chief technology officer. She is the inventor's daughter and the family representative in this venture. We believe that this management team brings together a diverse set of professional business leaders with the required educational foundation to both launch, manage, and make Brainlight Technologies profitable in this endeavor. We invite you to join with us. We believe this will be a winning endeavor for all of us. Before I open the floor for questions today, I would like to introduce to you the inventor, Mr. Gomez. He's come all the way from Brazil to be with us today in this competition, and we thank you, Sarah, for your support. Thank you.
And here is the best part. GLT has an exclusive right on this patent system. And see, I'm not just the inventor's daughter. Together, me and my sister Annalise, we have over 9 years experience in this industry. And we know the firsthand, we've seen the firsthand problems that our future customers face. Thank you. Now we open the floor for questions.
Yes, I think I read in your plan, great presentation, by the way. Somewhere I read in your plan that you ran a trial, or there was a customer that had purchased your product, and I think you calculated payback or return on investment in like 22 days. How did you price that? Because I would imagine if they're getting 22 days return on investment, it's probably a lot more money for your product.
That's an excellent question. Do you want to answer the cycles they did? And I'd love to answer your financial question as well.
The beta test was done in Brazil, and this client, he processes 680,000 tons per year. You can we divided like in 68 cycles. So within you having 10,000 tons per cycle, we project that you're going to break even for our product in 4 cycles.
And to answer your question as to how we priced it, the competitors are priced in the 900,000 region. We've priced ours lower than that because we're the new industry competitor. So though we feel we have claims that we have differentiated product as far as our features that are non-existent out there, we did not feel like we could come in and ask for a higher price without the proven track record of people buying it and speaking to their. So we've actually decided to also try to be a cost leader. Our prices to build this are cost per manufacturer in the $300,000 range. So we have added in what we think is the required amount of additional cost for the sales costs and so forth as far as deploying it worldwide. But yes, if we become known as the feature leader with the most reliable product, I can see 5 years down the road, based on your investment, we could probably raise our price above the current competitors. But right now, we choose to be cost
And also, sorry, they didn't purchase the system. It was advanced testing, and we said our system at $200,000, I said they would have made their money back. But the system wasn't purchased, it was just in testing.
Yeah, based on the savings, we figured at 4 cycles, they would have actually paid for our purchase price if we had charged the retail price for the testing.
Can the system be used for anything else other than grain? Any other crops?
Yes, sir. We have the dust collector system. It can be used to any industry that has problem with dust.
But it's more than just corn. It's soybeans. It's rice. We would look at all of the different products that have to be dried for consumption.
Yeah, including rice, whatever, grain, or seeds as well.
Okay, and then are the farmers software savvy enough to use the software? I guess you said that in the grid that there was a high degree of software technology in there. Are the farmers savvy enough to understand how to use it?
Can you please repeat that, sir?
The grid you had up that showed GLT comparing it with Rock and the other systems. You had high technology, I think, going up the vertical axis and across the horizontal axis, high software features. Are the farmers savvy enough to use those software features? I mean, are they technology oriented enough to use those?
Yes, they are. Because what we've done with the software, as mentioned by my colleague, is that we looked at what used to be or currently is often a very manual process, and put together a software system that follows the same sort of thought process and replacing the manual piece of it. So they understand what has to happen, except now we have software that does the process and it's actually simple to control.
And the sophistication is on the engineering side. We've made the user interface much more simple. And currently what has to happen is the farmer has to remember to get up in the middle of the night. When was the last time I aerated my crops? Was it the weather wet at that day? Did I do it within the last 2 weeks? Are they starting to rot? What's the temperature like? Now the software starts to look at that and says, okay, the moisture content is starting to become at a dangerous level where you're going to have spoilage. The intervention isn't happening. I'll turn it on for you myself. So our plan to make this more user-friendly is to actually get the on-site installation and the usage, but it's basically, they're just going to be having a screen where they can monitor what's going on, but the computer starts to make more of the decisions. So it's actually a more simplified process for the farmer because they're not required to not oversleep or get in there and measure it themselves, so the computer's doing more of that. But the sophistication is on on our design, not necessarily user side.
And in addition, the software we have is customized for each grain. So if you have corn, we're gonna give to you the software for corn. If you have soybeans, that's gonna be the software for soybeans. It's specific for each grain because each grain has its own characteristics.
And also, sir, one of our market techniques, we're gonna have post sales customer support. We're gonna sell on that. So we're not only gonna be there with them to show them how to set it up, how to use it, but they'll still be able to contact us after sales, and we'll talk through any decisions they have or any problems they might have.
I'm going to make an assumption here, and you can feel free to correct me, but given your target market, whether it be large farming operations or post-harvest operations, you're kind of segmenting the fashion that you're working, in my mind, with the high end, which I assume today has some type of post-harvest technology in place. And so I'm interested in some color around the pain of switching, the barrier to switching, and what the conversion process process looks like. Because, again, in some highly linked technological